Hey, this is the Big JB with Morning Thunder. Well, it's April 10th, and yesterday was my birthday, April 9th, and I didn't upload my video on time. It's going to go up today. It's not, I shouldn't say it's not that interesting, because I want people to watch, but I don't think that I see, that's the thing, is I don't remember what I talk about day to day sometimes. But I had a really good time. It was a really enjoyable day. Got lots of birthday wishes, so thanks to everybody there on Facebook who gave me those kind birthday wishes. I got, I think I said in yesterday's video that I got some iTunes gift cards. So basically I got $40 worth of iTunes credit, which is awesome. The problem is, when you have that much money on the iTunes store, you got to decide what you want to get. There's a couple soundtracks that I've wanted to get for a long time, and there's something about having the soundtrack like actually in your hands that I really like. So I'm really torn whether or not to just buy it and deal, or if I should wait to get it on CD, which is kind of dumb. So there aren't that many apps that I really want to get right now. I have a lot of the stuff that I want to have. I downloaded last night Dragon's Lair 2 for any of you who were born or raised in the, not born in the 80s, you may not remember it, but certainly grew up in the 80s. Dragon's Lair and Dragon's Lair 2 were Laserdisc arcade games. And I remember, being 7 or 8, and my dad and I would always, at least once a year, we would always go to the Fiesta Mall in Phoenix, Mesa, I don't remember now, but we would go to Fiesta Mall. They had a really cool arcade, and I want to say it was called Aladdin's Castle or something like that, but I loved that place. And then there were these cabinets, so an arcade, they had all these old cabinet arcade games, and Dragon's Lair was one of them, and Dragon's Lair 2, and they were done on Laserdisc, and you had to make this motion. You had to make the motion, so you'd hit the joystick, whichever direction, or you'd use the sword button, and you had to do it at the right time. And on screen, the object would flash, so that you would know, kind of where to go. And so, like, if your sword flashed, you had to hit the sword button pretty quick. You had to have really good reflexes for it. So I got Dragon's Lair not that long ago for the iPod, and it's really fun. I really like it. And then I just got Dragon's Lair 2. The thing that was cool about it, the reason why I said it's Laserdisc is because it was fully animated. So Don Bluth, the guy who did All Dogs Go to Heaven, Land Before Time, American Tail, all those really great, Don Bluth films, he did all the animation for it. So it was this fully animated, essentially it was this, interactive cartoon. And I thought that was so cool. I thought that was like the pinnacle of technology at the time. Like, oh, dude, you get to play a cartoon. And that was one of the many things. I was really bad at. I mean, as a kid, you don't necessarily know how to anticipate some of that stuff. Well, I didn't anyway. And in fact, my son tried playing it on the iPod, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really get it. I'm not very good at it." And I remember feeling exactly the same way. Like, I can't do this. I'm going to spend all my money on just this game. So I still really enjoyed it. One of the things I'd like to see on the App Store some of the old side scrollers that I played when I was young. Like, I think that they have Golden Axe, which is okay. I'm not that interested in Golden Axe. I would like to see, I think it was called Knights of Camelot. That was pretty cool. And then there was one that I think was called Dragon Slayer, not Dragon's Lair, where you could pick what kind of class you were. And I played the cleric, and I remember taking like $20 and getting $20 of quarters, and me and my friend, in fact, his name's Brian, he was born today, and our actual birth times are less than 24 hours apart. So I was born at 9:55. And he was born like, it was like 20 hours and 20 minutes later. So he and I took money, and we went to the arcade, and we finished that freaking game, and I think we dropped a whole bunch of money on it. But I remember playing it all the way through, and I played the cleric. Little did I know how apropos that would be for my life later on. It was a blast. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So, I think maybe this week I'll talk about, I have a good friend, if you're not following him here on YouTube, check out Metal Jesus. He is not religiously affiliated, but he's gone by Metal Jesus for a long time, and he does a retro video game show with a good friend of mine, and so it's Jason and Paul, and they go places, review old arcade games, like old retro consoles and that kind of stuff. Definitely worth checking out if you're into that kind of stuff. And not to steal any of his thunder, but I'm going to talk a little bit about, I think, my experiences with some of that, because I remember when family members got the first Atari, the first Nintendo, experiences in the arcade, dropping tons of quarters to beat a game, and that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll talk about that, later as the week progresses, because there's some, fun experiences and some things that I definitely remember. So that's it for me today. Everybody have an awesome day. This has been TheBigJB. Follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfTheBigJB. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have an awesome day, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.